Imagine a world where your neighbor's rooftop solar panels power your home, your electric car charges itself during off-peak hours, and your community collectively decides how to share energy savings. Sounds futuristic? It's already happening in parts of Australia, but the system is still stuck in the 20th century. Here's the catch. While households with solar panels are generating record amounts of clean energy, they're being paid less than 5 cents per kilowatt hour for their surplus. At the same time, households without solar face soaring electricity bills, often paying a premium for green power that might as well be coming from across the country. But here's where it gets controversial. The current energy market treats every electron like it traveled thousands of kilometers through aging infrastructure, even if it was used by a neighbor just a few meters away. This outdated model is exactly what the Renew Illawarra network has been fighting against for years. Their solution? Community energy zones, CEZs, localized grids where renewable energy is generated, stored, shared, and consumed within communities. The promise? Cheaper energy, fairer access, and a grid that's resilient enough to weather extreme weather events or blackouts. Let's break it down. The building blocks of CEZs. What you need to know. Rooftop solar is already the biggest player in Australia's national electricity market, NEM, yet its potential is barely scratched. Pair that with the rise of home and community-scale batteries, and you have a recipe for localized energy independence. Take the University of Wollongong, for example, which is now deploying mid-scale community batteries, 50 kilowatts to 5 megawatts, to let renters, low-income households, and apartment dwellers benefit from solar energy too. And don't forget about batteries on wheels, electric vehicles equipped for vehicle-to-grid, V2G operation. These could provide flexible storage capacity when parked, helping balance the grid during peak demand. Add in energy-efficient appliances and smart building practices like insulation and shading, and you've got the foundation for a self-sustaining energy ecosystem. Why local integration matters. The 2515 project, led by Dr. Saul Griffith, is already electrifying homes in Wollongong's northern suburbs by replacing fossil fuels with clean energy. These initiatives are part of a broader shift toward distributed energy resources, DER, which are popping up in towns and suburbs nationwide. But here's the part most people miss. Integrating thousands of small-scale systems requires cutting-edge digital coordination. Artificial intelligence and smart control systems are stepping in to orchestrate these networks, ensuring energy flows efficiently and fairly. The broken market, a system in need of an overhaul. The current electricity market, governed by the AER, AEMC, and AEMO, was built for a centralized grid, a model that prioritizes remote power plants and long transmission lines. While it was supposed to protect consumers, it's often been criticized for shielding corporate interests and resisting innovation. Think about it. The Finkel Review, 2016, Energy Security Board 2017-23, and even the 2025 Select Committee report all highlighted governance failures and price gouging. Yet, the Nelson inquiry still hasn't addressed the core issue, the not-fit-for-purpose hub-and-spoke model. And this is the part most people miss. The transition to clean energy isn't just about big solar farms or wind turbines. It's about empowering households and communities to generate, store, and trade energy locally. What we're fighting for, locally. We're pushing for 1. Maximizing solar and battery deployment, from home batteries to community-scale systems and V2G EVs. 2. Peer-to-peer trading to keep energy and profits within the community. 3. Expanding third-party access so distribution network providers can also act as generators. Nationally, the goal is 4. Reducing reliance on long-distance transmission by boosting local production and consumption. 5. Creating a democratic grid that charges only for services that matter. 6. Empowering the ACCC to tackle anti-competitive rules and conflicts of interest. Progress and the path forward. For years, AEMO's integrated system plans, ISPs, focused on remote generation and high-voltage lines, ignoring the potential of local grids, but things are changing. Distribution networks are now proving they can host massive renewable capacity at lower costs than traditional renewable energy zones, REZs. Integrated Distribution System Planning, IDSP, is gaining traction, and AEMO's next ISP 2026 will include community energy resources, CERs. Even the shift from DNSPs to DSOs, distribution services operators, a move pioneered in South Australia, is now on the agenda. Pioneering models and lessons from abroad. Research from California 2018 and projects like Australia's DERtopia 2021 show the future of energy is decentralized. Virtual power plants, VPPs, and virtual energy networks, VENs, are already linking small generators and consumers via digital platforms. Queensland's local renewable energy zones, LREZs, in Caloundra and Townsville are testing how to optimize community assets for mutual benefit. And in the Illawarra, we're working to turn the region into Australia's first urban renewable energy zone, UREZ. A recent roundtable at the University of Wollongong brought together community leaders, ministers, and energy experts, coinciding with a new partnership between EnergyCo and Endeavour Energy. The Illawarra Clean Energy Industry Roadmap outlines a vision for billions of dollars in local economic growth through clean energy. Our blueprint for CEZs and UREs, community-owned batteries in substations and private installations, managed locally to create jobs and accountability. Thousands of V2G EVs acting as mobile storage units. Suburb-level grid integration with renewable charging during surplus periods. Local use of service fees, LUOS, instead of national tariffs irrelevant to CEZs. Not-for-profit retailers, sponsored by local developers to ensure profits stay in the community. Neighborhood-based energy markets that prioritize collaboration over competition. Energy equity programs funded by retained profits. This isn't just about technology. It's about reshaping energy governance to serve people, not corporations. The future of energy is local, fair, and community-driven. But here's a question for you. Should energy profits stay in the hands of a few, or should they fuel the communities that generate them? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's spark a conversation about who truly owns our energy future. Neville Lockhart, Greg Knight, and Ty Christopher are members of Renew Illawarra.